Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today, what I have for everyone is my full review of the Boltune Truly Wireless Bluetooth Earbuds, the second generation. Alright, so I've been using these bad boys for a good amount of time now. And I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them. And y'all know how the story goes. Once I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on something, then it's full review time. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review. And hopefully by the end of it, you guys and gals know if these earbuds or headphones are for you. Let's go. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about is the overall build quality and design of the buds here. Now, primarily when we talk about the build quality, these bad boys are built primarily out of your plastic materials with your grippy, texturized rubber earbud tips, okay? And in terms of the overall build quality, I have to say Boltune has done a great job, all right? These are actually very lightweight, extremely comfortable for extended listening sessions, and extremely durable. So the overall build quality is top notch. If there was one issue I would say I have with the build quality, however, that is the fact that they went with this glossy plastic material. So that makes these extremely slippery. So when I'm sweaty, or if I'm taking them in and out a lot during a particular day, they do slide around a little bit more than most. But other than that, the overall build quality on these is top notch, okay? Now, in terms of the overall design, as y'all can see, these are pretty much your true wireless earbud design in a in a similar form factor to the Galaxy Buds or the KUIs, okay? So these are your earbud wireless design, and I have to say I really do overall like the design of these. So from a design aspect, I feel as though Boltune has done a great job, okay? So that pretty much does it for the overall build quality and design. Now let's jump into the core features on these. And I gotta say, these bad boys have an overall solid core feature set. Let's go. They have Bluetooth 5.0 technology on board, so it's really easy and convenient to live that hashtag wireless lifestyle. That's what I like to see. So no cables to fight with whatsoever. Okay, so good stuff there. Okay, they also incorporate an IPX8 waterproofing and sweat resistance rating, and this is actually one of the highest water resistance ratings that I've seen on a pair of Bluetooth earbuds. So really good stuff there. So if you get caught in the rain, if you do a lot of road walking, road running, and it rains or you get them sweaty, they should be good to go. Now the manufacturer does say you don't want to fully submerge these, so you need to be careful of that. So you don't want to take them swimming or anything like that. But if you get caught in the rain or they get splashed or you get them super sweaty, you should be perfectly fine. So these should be perfect for the gym. Sadly, I haven't been able to go to the gym because of everything that's going on. Your boy feels super fat behind this camera right now. Moment of silence for the gym. Okay, yeah, but these should be perfect for the gym or any type of body weight or workout routines with that IP water resistance rating. So that really is a really solid feature there. Also, the next feature, these bad boys have a built-in mic built into each earbud, and it's inside of the same housing where you see the LED status lights. So that's a really good use of space. So that status LED is pulling double duty. And spoiler, the mics on these earphones are top notch in my opinion. Okay, we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. Okay, and the last couple of core features here that I feel are really nice. You can use these earbuds in independent mode, so one earbud at a time, or you can use them in stereo mode, 2 earbuds at a time. It's all up to you. Okay, so really good stuff there. No master and slave built into this. You decide which earbud you want to use, and that's the one you can use. Also, to go along with that, these bad boys have a very easy and simple two-step pairing process. We're going to take y'all through the pairing process and the button controls a little bit later on in this video, but it's super easy and super straightforward. Y'all won't believe how easy it is. So that pretty much goes over all of the core features on these bad boys, and honestly, this is a really solid core feature set, so Boltune yet again has done a great job. Next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals now is the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass. And this is another area where I feel Boltune has done a great job across all three categories. In terms of the sound quality, it's really good, with nice separation between the lows, the mids, and the highs, with no distortion on the low or the high end of the volume spectrum. So these are really good in terms of overall sound quality. In terms of the volume, they get really low but still manage to stay relatively clear throughout, so you can even hear what you're listening to at extremely low volumes, and they get extremely loud, so you can easily drown out your surroundings and immerse yourself in whatever you're trying to do, whether it be listening to or creating the perfect stay-at-home playlist, yes, or whether it is binge watching some of your favorite TV shows on your recommended streaming platform of choice. Okay, so that could be, it could be Hulu, it could be Netflix, it could be Disney Plus, it could be up to you. All right, so whatever you're trying to stream or listen to, these earbuds should serve you well. So the overall sound quality and volume is top notch in my opinion. And when we talk about the overall bass, I was pleasantly surprised by the bass on these. Now, it's not the best bass that I've experienced, but it's noticeable and it adds an overall extra dimension to whatever I was trying to do with these earbuds. So I would have to say the bass on these is really good, especially for the size of the earbuds. I mean, I don't understand how Boltune was able to pack in such a good amount of bass with the size of these earbuds. Okay, I don't understand what type of black magic they working with, but good stuff in terms of the sound quality, the volume, and the overall bass. Again, really good stuff. Now, moving on, let's talk about the overall microphone quality. And yet again, this is another area where Boltune has done a great job. I kind of spoiled it earlier in the core features section, but the microphone performance, i.e. the mic quality on these earbuds is really good. Top notch in my opinion. Now I've done just about everything that you could do with these earbuds. I've taken multiple phone calls, I've dictated a ton of text messages, I've dictated a ton of emails, and I've interacted with a various amount of different voice assistants, and these mics work perfectly, especially for phone calls. Callers said I sounded very crisp and clear and loud, and they really couldn't tell the difference between the onboard receiver on my device or the onboard microphones on the earbuds. I've actually found them asking me, are you using Bluetooth earbuds? And when I told them yes, they were pleasantly surprised. They was like, wow. I was like, why? Because I couldn't really tell the difference. You sound crisp, you sound clear, you sound like you're using the onboard receiver. I'm like, really? Thanks. So the microphone quality, in my opinion, is top notch, and you couldn't get any more higher praise than that if you ask me. So good stuff when we talk about the overall mic quality. All right. Now I just want to briefly run through the pairing steps and the button controls, and then we're going to keep it moving with the rest of this review. So now let's go through the overall pairing steps. All right. Now, as I said before, a few things you need to decide before we get into this is whether you want to use the earbuds one at a time in independent mode, or whether you want to use them in stereo mode, both together. You got to make that decision now, and you have to decide whether you want to use the onboard touch controls to turn them on and put them into pairing mode, or you want to use the case. Now, for convenience purposes, I'm going to use the case in this video here today. I just feel like it's super easy and it doesn't get any more straightforward than what I'm about to show y'all. Also, I want to also point out and make sure that it's crystal clear that these steps will work across all the OSs, and all the platforms. The only prerequisite you need to have is that whatever device you're trying to connect them up to needs to have built-in Bluetooth capabilities, okay? So whether you have iOS, whether you have Android, whether you have Windows, whether you have Linux, whether you have Bluetooth in your car, your laptop, your desktop, your PC, your tablet, it's gonna work, okay? These steps will work across all of those things. It just may look a little bit different depending on the OS you're using and the platform. So it may look different. The steps here may look different from how it looks on your phone, from how it may look when you try to connect it up to your car. So that's the only thing I'm trying to make perfectly clear before we dive into this. And today I'm going to be using my Android device. We're using the Pixel 2 XL. All right. So the first thing you want to do, just to make this super easy, is you want to put the earbuds back in the case. All right. So you open the case up, then you just line up the magnetic pins. So we're going to put the left in the left, and we're going to put the right in the right. Okay, let me put that in the proper orientation. And it's magnetized, so once you line it up, the magnets will pull it right in the proper orientation. Then you just got to close the case. Let that sit for a minute, and let's prep your device now. Now on your device, again, we're using Android here today. You just want to turn it on, and then we want to navigate. Let me get this message out of here. Then we want to navigate to the Bluetooth. So we're going to swipe down twice on the notification shade. We're going to tap once to turn on the Bluetooth, and it's going to turn itself on. Then we're going to press and hold to take us into the Bluetooth settings. All right. Then from here, we're going to hit this option right up at the top that says pair a new Bluetooth device. Now, if you're on older Android devices, it may look a little bit differently, but when you turn on the Bluetooth on your older Android device and you make your device visible, it automatically goes into Bluetooth scanning mode, and it will scan for nearby devices. Now, if it times out on your older Android device, there is a 3-dot hamburger menu that's going to be up here on the right that you want to tap on, and then from that drop down menu you want to click rescan to rescan for nearby Bluetooth devices. I just wanted to point that out. But since we're using a newer Android device here today, all we need to do is click on tap, pair a new device, and now it's ready to go. So we're done on your device for the moment. Now we got to go back to the earbuds. Now what you want to do with the earbuds, let me pull this back up. What you want to do with the earbuds is all you have to do is open the case. You're going to get a few audible tones. It's going to let you know that it's powered on. It's going to connect up to the other earbud, and it's going to put itself into pairing mode. So you're going to hear powered on, you're going to hear pairing, you're going to hear connected, and you're going to hear pairing mode. Okay? So that's what you should hear, or some variation of that. So we're going to do that now. So we just open the case. You can see it powers on. It flashes white and blue. It connects to each other, and then they both go into pairing mode. At this point, you would decide whether you want to use them in independent mode or you want to use them in stereo mode. Then once that happens and you see the red and blue flashing lights back on your device here, all you have to do is tap on this model number that pops up. So you can see it says Boltune BH021. So we tap on that, and we're going to begin the pairing process. Confirm that you want to pair. Takes a few seconds, and it connects right up. You can see it right there. It's paired, and you can see it's the active Bluetooth device, and you can see the battery percentage in your Bluetooth settings. Now also, which is really nice, is you can see the battery percentage from your notification shade. So if I swipe down twice, you can see the model number as well as the battery percentage of the Bluetooth that you have connected. Okay, this only works, my bad y'all know I can't talk, if you have one Bluetooth device connected at one time. And the same rules apply for iOS. So you can see what device you have connected and the battery percentage of it. So that's really cool. Alright, so good stuff there. Now what I'm going to do is I've already pre-recorded the Bluetooth button controls, and I'm going to insert that clip now, and then I will see you guys on the other side to finish out this video. Alright, so I'll be right back. I just wanted to show y'all these Bluetooth button controls again. I'm a little bit of a slight perfectionist, so I kind of wanted to do it in a way where y'all could see it. So for your music controls, the first thing you have to do is start playing the music. And then with the music playing, a double tap on the right or the left earbud will pause the music. So let me demonstrate that for you guys and gals right now. Let me just show you real quick. Okay. Alright, so simply you just want to double tap on either earbud. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to use the right. There you go, and it pauses. Now, I have a little bit of an issue with touch controls, so it is what it is. But to start the music again, you just have to double tap again. So here we go. And the music starts playing, as y'all see right there. All right, now to control the volume on the earbuds, it's a single tap on the right for volume up and a single tap on the left for volume down. So let me show you. Let's volume up first. Oops, my finger slipped. And that volume goes up. See? Do it again, and that volume goes up. And let's do it to max volume. And now we're at max volume. Okay, so the volume's all the way up. Now if I want to turn it down, single tap over here. And the volume goes down. Okay, so y'all see that? Okay, and the volume is going down. Just like that. Okay, so that's your volume controls on the earbuds. Now, if you want to go to the next track, okay, let's wait for that next track to start. So if I wanted to go to the next track after this, I would just triple tap on the right earbud. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, y'all saw that? Triple tap takes us to the next track. Let's do that one more time. Okay, next track right there. Now if I want to restart a track or go to the previous track, we triple tap on the left. So let me show y'all that now. Okay, so y'all saw it restart, and then y'all saw it took us back to the previous track. Let's do that one more time. Okay, there you go. So again, next track is 3 on the right. Previous track is 3 on the left. Now, 3 on the left restarts. 3 again on the left takes you to the previous track. Now, if you want to interact with your voice assistant and you want to do it through the earbuds, you just press and hold on either earbud for 2 seconds. You'll get a nice audible prompt, and then you'll see your voice assistant pop up, and you can start interacting with it. So if I wanted to make phone calls, if I wanted to check the time, check the weather, it's just that easy. So let me show y'all now. Let's check the weather. So 2 seconds. 1, 2. What's the weather like in Palm Bay today? All right. Okay. And we got that nice audible feedback. So good stuff there. And then also, I could interact with my device just using my voice if I would like. But I'm not going to say the phrase because it's going to trigger all the devices in my room here. But y'all get the idea. That pretty much goes over the Bluetooth button controls. And now for phone calls, it's just as easy. It's 1 tap on either earbud to answer a phone call that's incoming. Okay. It's a double tap on either earbud to end the phone call. So after you're done, you just simply double tap here or double tap there to end the phone call. And then if you have an incoming phone call and you want to reject it or decline it, you just press and hold for 2 seconds to reject or decline that incoming phone call. So that pretty much does it for the Bluetooth button controls on the Boltune Truly Wireless Earbuds 2nd generation. And I hope that was a lot cleaner and easier to understand than the main part of the video. So we're just going to jump back to the main video now. I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace. Okay, so now that we went through the button controls and we went through the pairing steps, we can finish up the rest of this review. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, in terms of the manufacturer's quotage, they quoted in the user manual online and on their website that these earbuds have an overall Bluetooth range of 20 meters or 65 feet. And I gotta say, for the most part, that number was spot on. And I didn't have any issues with the overall Bluetooth range or strength as long as I was within that designated area or range. Now, I didn't go as far as 65 feet. I would say the furthest I got away from my device was 40 feet, and they still were connected up perfectly. And just for reference, I connected my device here in the room, then I left my device here, I pushed something to play, I believe I was using music, and I just started walking. Now from my room to my kitchen is about 15 feet, okay? From my room to my back porch or lanai is about 30 feet. And from my room to the pool area out in the back is about 40 feet. Now from the pool area to the back driveway where you take out the garbage is about 65 feet. Now for me, I went to about as far as the pool area and I was still connected up. I didn't have any Bluetooth connectivity issues, any strength issues, or nothing like that. So I do believe that 65-foot range is right on the money, even though I didn't go as far as 65 feet. Okay, but the overall Bluetooth range and strength, in my opinion, is top notch. So good stuff there. Next, let's talk about the overall durability. And this was something that I always like to test, and it's something that I don't really prepare for because your boy is Mr. Super Clumsy. So I kind of just go about my business, and my clumsiness does happen, and that's how I test the durability. But surprisingly, in the week and a half that I've been using these guys as my main Bluetooth accessory, I have not dropped them on any hard surfaces. Let me knock on wood, because next thing you know, I'll drop them as soon as this video is done. But in my week and a half of usage so far, I haven't dropped them on any of my hard surfaces. So they haven't fallen on my wood floors, the tile in my bathroom, or the pavement in my driveway. So good stuff there. I'm being a good boy. Good stuff. But I do believe the overall durability on these should be good, but I'll be sure to update y'all in the comments as time goes on. Okay, so y'all keep a close eye on the comments if y'all want updates on the overall durability. But the plastic materials should help with the overall durability of this device. So I think the durability on these is going to be really good. And if the first generation is any indication, the first generation of the Boltune Truly Wireless Earbuds is one of my favorites. I've dropped these often, and you can still see it looks pristine and it still functions in pristine condition. So if the first generation is any indication to the overall durability, I feel as though the durability on these second gens, are going to be top notch as well. But I'll keep you guys updated down below in the comments. All right. So we didn't really test the durability because I haven't dropped these as of yet. So I'm kind of proud of myself, but I'm sorry that I can't give y'all a durability update as of yet. All right, let's keep it moving. Up next now, I just want to briefly go over the charge times and the overall battery life, okay? And when we talk about the charge times, let's start there. I was a little bit perplexed because I've looked through all the promotional material. I've looked through the user manual. I looked through the quick start guide. I went on the website. I went on Amazon, and I couldn't find any charging estimates or information. So when we talk about the overall charge times, I pretty much had to play it by ear and hope for the best. But I'm very happy to report that the charge times on these earbuds in this case is top notch in my opinion. Now the earbuds themselves take about an hour and a half to reach a full charge, And that doesn't matter if they're completely dead or if you throw them in the charging case right when you get that low battery audible notification. All right, and just for reference, when the battery is low, you'll get the low battery notification at about 10% charge remaining, and then you'll get 3 to 4 low battery audible notifications before they power themselves off. And that's in 2-minute increments for a span about 10 minutes. Okay, so that's really good in my opinion. And then along with that, when the battery is dying, you'll see that flashing white LED indicating that the battery is low. So that's how you can tell. Along with that audible notification, you have a visual representation of when the battery is low and you need to charge it. And they charge up relatively quickly. Again, an hour and a half is pretty good. That's right in line what I would like to see from a Bluetooth pair of accessories. So really good overall charge times for the buds themselves. And now the case, which happily supports USB Type-C, is going to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to reach a full charge. Now, when the case is low, you'll see a red solid LED on the front. This indicates that the case battery is low and you need to charge it up. Now, if you catch it right when you see the red LED, which stays solid, it will charge up in about an hour and a half. Now, if you let it drain to completely dead, it's going to take about 2 hours to reach a full charge. So that's pretty good in my opinion. Now, some reference points. When you see the solid white LED here, that means the case is at 100% charge. When you see the solid yellow LED, that means that the case is in between 50% charge and 75% charge. And when you see the red LED, that means the case is in between 0 and 25% charge, so you need to charge it up. Just so y'all understand the reference points and what you're looking for. Now, when you're charging the case, you'll see a flashing white LED. When the case is fully charged, that flashing white LED will go solid. This indicates that the case is fully charged and ready to be used. And just for reference, this bad boy has a 500 milliamp hour battery built in. Okay, so good stuff there. So that pretty much goes over the charge times, and in my opinion, these are top-notch charge times. Okay, now talking about the overall battery life. Now, this is an area where I was kind of surprised, but they still did a good job. Now, the manufacturer quoted that these earbuds should get you 6 hours on a single charge and then get you an additional 30 hours using the charging case. Now, for reference, with my testing, the charging case gives you an additional 4 charges. Okay, so if you do the math, we're going to do the math in two areas: independent mode as well as stereo mode. So if we do the math in stereo mode, right, you're going to get 6 hours on a single charge. We're just talking about the manufacturer's estimates right now. And then you multiply that by the 4 additional charges that the case provides, and you're going to get 24 hours on a charge, including the case. Now, in independent mode, using one earbud after the other, you double that up. So that means that you're going to get 12 hours with each bud. That's 12 hours, and then you multiply that by the 4 additional charges that the case can provide. So that's 12 times 4, that's 48 hours, including the case in independent mode. So those are the manufacturer's stats broken down for y'all, and that was done at about 50 to 75% volume, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But now let's talk about my particular testing, which was extremely heavy use, especially with everything that we have going on right now. So with my particular testing, I was getting anywhere from about 4 to 5 hours on a single charge. So let's run the math on this, and keep in mind your guys and gals results may vary based on the volume percentage that you keep the earbuds at and what you're doing with the earbuds while you have them connected up to your devices. So your battery stats and overall battery life may vary. This is just mine with my particular heavy usage style. So let's run the numbers now. So as I said, I'm averaging anywhere from 4 to 5 hours on a single charge. Okay, so on the low end, let's run the math. That's 4 hours times 4 additional charges. That's 16 hours, okay, including the case. That's on the low end. Now on the high end, that's 5 hours times 4 additional charges. That's 20 hours including the case. And this is in stereo mode. All right. So if we do the math, I run the numbers here. In stereo mode, we're getting 16 to 20 hours including the charging case. Okay. Good stuff. Now in independent mode, you just double that up. So that 4 hours goes to 8. And that 5 hours goes to 10, and we do the math yet again. So 8 hours times 4 additional charges will give you 32 hours. And I do believe that's how Boltune got that 30-hour estimate, okay? Now, 10 hours, which is just 5 multiplied by 2, times the 4 additional charges, that gives us 40 hours including the case. So that just those final numbers after doing the math, in independent mode, we're getting anywhere from 32 hours to 40 hours including the case. So really good overall battery life in my opinion. Can it be better for stereo mode usage? Yes, but for what it is, it's really good. Okay, so that pretty much goes over the overall battery life and the overall charge times. And again, keep in mind, your guys and gals results may vary. Okay, all right, so now I just want to briefly summarize the positives and negatives of these Bluetooth earbuds, and then we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and an overall recommendation or two. So let's get to these positives real quick. The overall build quality on these earbuds is top notch in my opinion, as long as you take into account the slippery materials, which is kind of a negative in my book, but overall the build quality is a positive. So we're going to put this there. The overall build quality design is a positive. The overall core feature set is really solid. It's really solid. My bad, y'all. So that's another great positive there. The overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these is really good as well. So that's another great positive. The microphone performance is top notch. We got a top notch Bluetooth range and strength. And we got some top-notch charge times with some really good battery life, okay? All at a really great price. The price we're getting ready to talk about in a minute here. So that pretty much summarizes all of the positives. Now, as I always do, I'll put up a list of the positives in post. So if I missed anything, y'all check out the list y'all see on the screen, okay? Now, let's talk about these negatives real quick. Now, as I said, the build quality can also be considered a negative as well. So we're going to slot this in the positive and negative category because of the glossy materials that they used on the earbuds themselves, which makes them extremely slippery and kind of hard to use. Okay? Also, I'm not a big fan of the touch controls. Whereas these touch controls work relatively well, touch controls just don't really vibe with me too well. So I would have liked to have seen clicky buttons. And then along with that, the battery life in stereo usage is a little low in my opinion. You guys and gals know I'm looking for that 10-hour plus battery life. And the fact that I was getting around 4 to 5 hours with stereo mode usage, I am not a fan of that. So the battery life could use some overall improvements. Okay? And then add to this negative list my usual gripes that I didn't see on these earbuds. So there is no LED percentage indicator on the charging case or on the earbuds themselves. So Boltune, for the next generation, you might want to throw that in. And we do have USB Type-C, but we don't have wireless charging. And for the price that these are going for, these are a direct competitor to something like your Samsung Galaxy Buds, which do offer wireless charging. So Boltune, Again, maybe for the next iteration, if y'all could throw in wireless charging and keep it at relatively the same price point, you should be good to go. So that pretty much summarizes all the negatives of these Bluetooth earbuds in my opinion. Again, check out the list in post to see all of them in case I missed any. And as always, if y'all check out this video or y'all pick up these Bluetooth earbuds and you spot a negative or a positive that I didn't mention, please leave that negative and or positive down below in the comments, because this just counts as manufacturer feedback, and this is how manufacturers improve their overall products. So if y'all want to see better products, we need to be leaving our feedback so they can take this constructive criticism and do something good with it. So if you guys have a positive or negative that you've come across with these buds, please leave that down below in the comments, so when Boltune sees this video, they could take that into consideration for the next generation. Alright, so that pretty much does it for the positives and negatives in my opinion. Now let's move on to the final part of this video, where we're going to talk about the price, get into my final thoughts, and overall recommendation or two. Now, before we dive into the price, I just want to reiterate again that I paid absolutely nothing for these. These came in free of charge from Boltune, and all they asked is that I gave my 100% honest and unbiased opinion so they could take that feedback and improve their overall products. And in my opinion, more companies and manufacturers need to do this. More companies and manufacturers need to make the product and just let the product perform and speak for itself. In other words, shout out to my boy Tanner, let the tech do the talking, okay? And so I was really happy to see that Boltune was like, yeah, we're gonna send them out, you let us know what you think, and you know, we're open to all feedback. So once again, shout out and a big thank you going out to Boltune for making this video possible, okay? That being said, I did do my due diligence and I did do some price checking across the internet, and I found these bad boys ranging in price from $40 to $65, okay? And at that price, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick these bad boys up? Well, I would have to say yes. If you want an overall really good pair of Bluetooth earbuds and you're not trying to break the bank, then I could definitely recommend that you guys and gals pick these bad boys up. Okay? So that pretty much does it for this full review here today. As always, if you guys and gals enjoyed this video and or you found it helpful in any shape, form, or fashion, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. As always, if you guys and gals would like to see more content like this, also feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. All the links to everything that I've talked about in this video will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, so you should be good to go. Also, I'll have the links to my unboxing and first impressions so y'all can see everything that comes along with this product, as well as my fit and sound demo so y'all can get an idea of how these may potentially look and how they may potentially sound before you decide if you want to pick that up. So everything y'all need to know about these earbuds will be linked up down below in the video description, okay? Now, recording this video here today, I am using the rear-facing 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active, and this video is being recorded in pro mode. Shout out to your boy Easy from Easy Computer Solution. Thank you for that tips video, bro. Got the pro mode looking nice now, and it was also recorded in 720p at 30 FPS with external audio hooked up. So I am using my lapel clip-on microphone, so please let me know what y'all think of the overall video quality as well as what y'all think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. As always, all feedback is welcome. Alright, that pretty much does it for this one. I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one. I hope everyone has a great day and stay safe out there. Peace, y'all. We out of here.